what happens when you take a video game that you're supposed to be making for fans to enjoy and you turn it into a steaming pile of horse manure, drop it in front of people and say, here, love this, play this, like this. And they say, no, God, that's disgusting. No. Well, that is essentially what happened with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, full disclosure here going forward, I have not played the game. I really have no interest in playing the game. From the title, I didn't like it, But I have seen people play the game online. I was able to talk about it, and the reviews and stuff like that we hear from it are not good. From what I've seen people playing the game, I find that the gameplay looked a little clunky at times, kind of repetitive. It didn't flow well, and for some reason, the characters looked very hideous, in my opinion. Like, some of them looked like, oh my God, wow. It wasn't well received and well done at all. Now, even at the beginning, before this game came out, they were getting controversies and everything. Before that, there was this scene where Poison Ivy comes back as this child. She's like 9 years old, and Harley makes some comments that's kind of creepy. Matter of fact, let me show it to you.
There's my girl.
She is not made of meat. Is this what you call a vegetarian option?
I don't know you, but my pheromones remember you. Strange emotions. Tell me about it. Wasn't expecting you to come in fun size. You really don't know me? Harley and Ivy forever? In 10-story burning letters? Nope.
Yes, so that's pretty damn creepy because you have Poison Ivy. For some reason, they look like they beat that child with some kind of ugly stick or something. But anyway, she looks like she's 9 years old and she's talking and saying, my pheromones remember you. That's really weird. And then Harley is all like, I wasn't expecting you to come in fun size and, saying things like, you really don't remember me. Harley and Ivy forever in 10-story burning letters. It's like, you're talking to a child. That's very, very creepy. Very creepy. But this is what they do. And, throughout the entire game, it's just disrespect after disrespect with people sounding like they're not supposed to, events playing off like they're not supposed to, because this game was originally supposed to be a Superman game, if I'm not mistaken. They were supposed to be developing a Superman game, and then it turned into Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And in what universe does the Suicide Squad ever kill the Justice League? There are a bunch of losers when you think about it. Yes, they just kill and all kinds of stuff, but Superman alone could wipe them all out. Hell, Green Lantern, Flash, all of them gone. Batman even wiped them out. We have to think on Batman a little bit, but for that, let's go into some of what happened in this game. And I want to talk about how we just kind of bottomed out to no avail. Let's get into this first article from Bounding into Comics. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League sees Lex Luthor praise Wonder Woman and the Amazons for having solved the problem of toxic masculinity. Yes, because that's something Lex Luthor would always say. That's something. Let's get into it there. What is it? Players needed yet another reason to pass on Rocksteady Games' disappointing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. An in-game profile for Wonder Woman has revealed that the Arkham versus incarnation of Lex Luthor greatly admires the fact that toxic masculinity does not exist within the Amazon society of Themyscira. Oh, yeah, I'm beginning to think Sweet Baby Inc. might have had some kind of input in this game. But they're going to talk about how there's these references in the game called Codex entries that have Captain Boomerang talking and Luther talking. Captain Boomerang talking about the Flash says, all you need to know about Flash is that he's a shiny red beacon bastard to every high school sports captain who ever thought they were better than him than you. I'm trying to agree with that. You're just making a living as a hard-working rebel, and then this guy shows up throwing his weight around, calling himself the fastest, the funniest, the best. His ranting continued. Who asked, mate, if he was any more full of himself, he'd have little flashes dripping off his nose hairs. Yeah. So Boomerang, as you could see, really has nothing good to say about the Flash. But then, of course, in the game, when they do kill Flash, he tries to do this.
And so the Flash has expired. He saved our lives, yet we ended his. As honorable warriors, we will show proper respect to this fallen hero by...
Show a little class, man. Holy shit. Congratulations.
Makes sense. The gods have cursed you in every other way.
Guess you got what you wanted, Boomer. Too bad no one saw it.
Yeah, well, I saw it all right.
And there it is. Boomerang tried to piss on Flash because that's not insulting at all. That's not insulting at all. You have Captain Boomerang literally trying to piss on Flash, and then there's stuff and they have to talk about who he has some big dong or some kind of freaking thing, so whatever. He tried to piss on Flash after he was dead. That's the level of disrespect that you're getting. Let's continue on, eh? Is it here? Alright. So this is what Lex Luthor had to say in regards to Wonder Woman, right? Taken from the files of Lex Luthor. Diana profiles begin with the supervillain explaining, I am prone to wild imaginings. As a man of science, speculation is how my brain finds leisure and the closest thing it knows to play. But there is little amusement to be found in imagining how improved Earth would be if it, instead of forcing the Amazons into hiding with our cruelty and avarice, we had instead looked to them as a model, replicable if only we could set aside our baser instincts. Look to the Amazons as a model. Literally the same Amazons who go to war with everybody at the drop of a hat, who literally hate all men and allow none of them on their island. And also, let us forget in the New 52, the Amazons, in order to replenish their ranks, would kidnap men, rape them, and when they got pregnant, if the child was female, keep and raise the child. If the child was male, they wanted to kill them. But then, Hephaestus came and offered to buy them as slaves and put them to work in his forge. This is what you want people to emulate and raise up the Amazons for. A bunch of crazy man-eating women who kidnap and rape men and then try to kill all their boy children. Yeah, that's something to really admire. You could smell the ass kissing a mile away in this. From there, Luthor offers glowing praise to the fact that the Amazons have solved so many of our societal ills. Broken democracy, lagging technology, yes, all that magic and nearly ride around on horses and all kind of things, sure. Toxic masculinity, I've said this before, I'll say it again, there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. And thus they flourished through higher learning. Yes, learning how to hate men, mutual aid. Yeah, they showed all that mutual aid to all those boy children that they sold off because they didn't want them. And governance without cruelty. Yeah, man, why question the hierarchy when you could just murder without any kind of thought whatsoever? Sure. They are a golden society who deserve to be as secret as they are. Aren't you just bend over and kiss her ass so while you're at it, Luther? Continues on. Enter Wonder Woman, so named, I assume, because one wonders why a woman of her caliber and ancestry would leave paradise to play in the mud with us. Christ almighty, this sounds nothing like what Lex Luthor would ever say. Nothing like it. While most criticism of this entry will focus on its mention of toxic masculinity, now that's a part of it, but I find all of it has been nonsense. And for good reason, that this term is rarely ever used to discuss actual topics relating to men's mental well-being and behavior, but rather as a blank check to be used in terms of shutting down all male input in a given discussion. It should be noted that what makes the entire Codex entry particularly absurd is the fact it's coming from Lex freaking Luthor. As anyone with more than a passing knowledge of the DC mythos knows, Luthor's entire supervillain career is motivated not out of a desire to do evil, but out of a fear that should Superman be allowed to exist, humanity will come to rely on him for everything and thus lose all motivation to advance and flourish as a species. And players are supposed to believe that the man, and that the same man who hates Superman for his alien heritage is supposed to be fawning fanboy, would be a fawning fanboy for Wonder Woman, who herself is of mystical origin and in no way human. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, sure. Oh, apparently I was correct. But to this end, it should be noted that the game's script writing, including but not limited to its banter, cutscenes, backs, and audio logs, featured input from notorious Sweet Baby Inc. Yep. A self-described inclusion-focused narrative and consultation company whose credits include work on such titles as Alan Wake, God of War, and the rest of them. Look, it's clear these people have an agenda. That's what they're doing. You understand me? They don't care what else has to be done, but that's it. Now, when you're looking at the reviews for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League are in, and some people were saying it was good, some people were saying, it was terrible. The vast majority was saying it wasn't good at all. People did not like it. People had a problem with it. I mean, as I say, I saw some people playing the game. They had some issues with the whole way that it was being structured and everything. The gameplay was pretty repetitive. There were bugs in it when it first came out. All kind of drama, non-stop. But one of the biggest reasons people dislike this game is that it is apparently set in the Arkham universe. That's, the Batman games, the Arkham games, that was one of the best Batman video games ever. This is apparently set there, and it's set after the events of the Arkham game. So, rather than treat Batman and everything that happened in that with some kind of respect, they decided, you know what? Let's go out and do this instead.
After all we've been through. Oh. Bet you didn't think it'd be me at the end, huh, Bats?
Are we done with your bad stand-up routine?
Almost. But you always gotta end on your best joke. Time for us bad guys to save the world.
Yeah, that is how you do it. Have Harley Quinn of all people shoot Batman in the head. That's how you kill him. The whole premise of this game is that apparently Brainiac turned the Justice League evil, and the Suicide Squad has to go after them and kill them one by one. Now, again, like I say, people knew what they were getting into when they heard the title Suicide Squad killed in Justice League. People were thinking it was probably some kind of alternate universe or something else was happening, that kind of evil Justice League, maybe. But when you find out that this is set in the Arkham universe, and you see that is the level of disrespect you're going to show Batman, and especially the fact it's voiced by the late Kevin Conroy, God rest his soul. This is the kind of shit that you're doing. People are sick and tired of this nonsense. They do not want to watch their heroes being torn down for your amusement. They want to see good guys win, bad guys lose. It's that simple. There's not some kind of complicated formula. There is, like I said before, there's no way in hell the Suicide Squad is going to kill the Justice League. You could have just made a Suicide Squad game where they had something to do, but no. Or you could have done what it is you were originally planning to do and make a Superman game, but no. Instead, you decided to put out a game where they disrespect every member of the Justice League, throwing a bunch of nonsense in there. You have Harley Quinn acting like some kind of creeper, going after a young Poison Ivy. You have Boomerang looking to piss on Flash's dead body, and then of course you have Harley Quinn, of all people, shoot Batman in the head and kill him. That's what you did. That's what you did, and you act like everybody's supposed to be pleased with that. Well, yeah, people weren't pleased at all. Understand me? And to get this here, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League fails to reach even half of Marvel's Avengers Steam player peak. Now, Marvel's Avengers, the game they come up with, that game was so bad that after 3 years, they just got rid of it. Because people were expecting to play as the Avengers. Instead, you were stuck playing as Kamala Khan, who was the bestest ever, and people didn't care. Even that game made more than this nonsense. That's it. Get to it. As noted on SteamDB, a third-party website that tracks various data of Steam, Marvel's Avengers had an all-time peak of 31,165 players on September 5th, 2020. This was 24 hours after launch, and the game's all-time peak. So 24 hours after launch, they had over 31,000 players, right? Yes, it dropped off heavily after that because people realized, the kind of shit that they were getting. The peak being so soon after launch is typical, usually being bucked in rare cases by major updates or exposure via YouTube or social media. However, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League saw only 13,459 players. Again, the day after its launch, less than half. To add salt to the wound, even the beta for Marvel's Avengers had an all-time peak of 18,908 players on Steam. So yeah, Marvel's Avengers again, people rejected wholeheartedly, beat out. This, yeah, people wanted to play with these characters. They said you got this character. That was it. Say, yeah, Marvel's Avengers would even shut down 3 years after launch, and saw publisher Square Enix suffer a $48 million loss in the quarter it launched. So, it's not shocking that a game like Marvel's Avengers, which was bad, actually did better than this. People do not want to see their heroes reduced to this embarrassment for your entertainment. They don't like this game. They pretty much made it clear they don't want it. They're not interested in it. And the people who make this game have nobody to blame for this failure but themselves, because these people don't know how to read the market at all. They put out whatever crap they want and expect you to just love it. Well, let them enjoy their own shit then. That's it for me. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, should hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. You'll be notified every time about a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.